What is up, Blues? Welcome back to my channel, and this is Jorginho's story from zero to hero. Let's get into it. Jorginho joined Chelsea in the 2018-19 season with Maurizio Sarri's Napoli coach. Both of them joined Chelsea at the same time. Sarri's favorite formation was a 4-3-3 with Jorginho in the base of its midfield. He was the regista, if you want to call it. Jorginho was still adapting to the Premier League and its pace, and the opponents were taking advantage of that. They were constantly exposing him, and due to Chelsea's lack of cohesion in the pressing, the defending wasn't there. The team was getting exposed, and Jorginho's performances were dropping off, and many fans didn't like it. They were constantly criticizing him in real life and social media, and there was just a negative vibe around him. As the season was progressing, Chelsea's pressing got better, the team had more cohesion, and it was much more of a unit. And no surprise, Jorginho's performances got better and the fans started appreciating even more. So the positive energy was coming back slowly. And as Chelsea got into the Europa League final, they destroyed Arsenal and they won the trophy. And it looked like that Jorginho is going to be continuing his football next season for Sarri. However, Sarri decided to part ways with Chelsea, and it was a new era for Chelsea under Frank Lampard. Sarri left, and many fans were saying, no Sarri, no party, and it meant Jorginho would most likely get kicked out of the team. And in the beginning, Jorginho and Kovacic, they were playing together in the midfield too, and it looked like a very aesthetically pleasing duo. They were very good. They had a great chemistry with one another, and they were great to watch. Honestly, they were so enjoyable to watch. Jorginho and Kovacic were very exciting on the ball. However, defensively they were exposed. They were just not great at it, and their positioning was poor. And as a result, Lampard had to play them very close to each other so they can cover for one another, and this meant that there was a less attacking threat for the team. Conte was injured, so Lampard was still forced to play this midfield duo, and on the ball they were still great to watch. So fans, they were slowly appreciating Jorginho more, and they even started singing for him. And it was a great scenes for him. He finally got the recognition from the fans, and even though there was still some missing pieces to the team, he was still getting the recognition that he deserved from the fans, and he had a positive reputation around the club. When Conte came back, Conte and Kovacic were the preferred midfield duo, and Jorginho was slowly getting away from the first team. And eventually even Gilmour started getting more game time, and it just didn't look right for him. And overall, Jorginho just didn't look like the player he was earlier in the season. And when COVID came, football stopped. When football was back after the COVID break, Lampard started using the 4-3-3. He wanted to use a traditional holding midfielder because he liked using two attacking eights, and it meant that Jorginho just could not get in the team because of Gilmour and Conte. After that season, it looked like that Jorginho was not part of Lampard's plans, and he was ready to move him on. Arsenal and PSG were interested in him, however, the move never materialized, and even though Chelsea signed a lot of players and they were trying to get rid of Jorginho, they couldn't, and Jorginho stayed. As I said before, Lampard was not a fan of Jorginho, and he was mainly using him as a squad and rotational player, and the Italian midfielder didn't like it. On the other side, Lampard's results were very poor. The team was underperforming and the club wasn't happy, and eventually the club parted ways with Frank Lampard, and it was a new era under Thomas Tuchel. When Thomas Tuchel joined, he instantly switched to a back three, and he was using the 3-4-3 formation, and he wanted to solidify the defense. Thomas Tuchel was mainly using Jorginho and Conte or Jorginho Kovacic in the midfield, and Jorginho was starting to get more and more minutes. He was becoming an integral part of the team, and Chelsea was actually performing well. Chelsea was getting better and better results. The team was improving, and Jorginho was shining, and he was becoming the main man for the team. Jorginho's performances were getting better and better, and him and Chelsea, under the lead of Thomas Tuchel, they were playing a beautiful type of football. They were defensively solid, and they were actually getting results. Jorginho was reaching insane levels, and Tuchel exactly knew how to use him and get the best out of the Italian midfielder. Jorginho and Chelsea, they reached the final of FA Cup, however they lost. But shortly after, they had to play a UEFA Champions League final against Manchester City, and they won it. Jorginho was a European champion, and he was finally getting the recognition he deserved in a worldwide stage. Jorginho's performances were so good that he was actually getting Ballon d'Or shouts in the footballing community. Shortly after, Jorginho went to the Euros with Italy and he managed to win that trophy. After winning the Euros and the Champions League, the amount of praise that Jorginho was getting was unbelievable. Jorginho continued his great form into the new season. He won the Super Cup with Chelsea and he managed to win UEFA Player of the Year award. Jorginho and Chelsea are currently sitting at the top of the Premier League table, and if they continue their form, they will eventually win this trophy. Jorginho has transformed into one of the world's most special midfielders, and he has earned the respect of the footballing world. It's been a great journey for this man, and this is only the beginning for the Italian maestro. What a player! Thank you for watching. Make sure to smash the likes and subscribe, and see you later in the next video. Bye bye.